Greetings, my friend. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm HR Huntsman with Leaders Edge. Today, I want to talk to you about a situation I just ran into recently, and I'm going to entitle this Labor versus Leader. Labor versus Leader. Now, I'm not talking about the age-old tension between employees and management or labor unions and management. Here's what I'm talking about. I was having a discussion with a past client of mine, and we've had tremendous success together. They came to me a few years ago. They were struggling, plateaued. In fact, they were declining with market share and frustration with their team, and they asked me to help them, and we came in with our performance engine and spent a little over a year with them working on their foundation and their team building and efficiencies and marketing and their value proposition, their value chain, and their financial all the finances, and got them to great health and improved how they hire and interview and onboard and how they work with the community, and just had tremendous success. And they've had 30% growth in that 18 months and just bringing in more and more and more clients. So then they came to me with all this success and they said, okay, H, what's the next step? And I looked at them, well, the next step is, with all this work that we have, all this business that we have, all these new clients that we have, is we need to have intentional leadership development. They had never done anything like this. The principals, the owners, were just doing all the leadership stuff. And there's this big bottleneck at the top. And I said, we have to work on developing some of your key departmental leaders. And at first they're like, absolutely, we're all in. That makes sense. And my reasoning is, of course, as you develop people to handle the day-to-day decision-making, it frees up the principals and the leaders to have higher level relationships. And so they're like, yeah, Ace, that sounds great. They went to the team and they said, okay, here's the next step. We're going to do some leadership development. The team said, we're too busy, too much labor, too much work. We're too busy. We don't have the time to do it. They came back to me and said, H, we're not going to do it. We're just too busy. Thank you for making us so busy, but we're too busy to develop leaders. And so here I am, labor versus leadership development. When I say leadership development, here's what I mean. I'm talking about decision-making authority, developing departmental or division leaders or emerging leaders, giving them and empowering them with decision-making authority so that they can handle these decisions that up to this point the principals are dealing with or nobody's dealing with. And so they came back to me and said, no, we don't have time for it. Let me tell this. That is short-sighted, short-term thinking. We are too busy to invest in and intentionally develop future decision makers who have the authority to make decisions at varying levels, freeing up the principals or the leaders, the C-suite execs, to handle the greater and higher degree of decisions. That is short-term thinking, and it is a bottleneck. It's going to be a bottleneck for this company. It's a bottleneck for every company that doesn't invest in emerging leaders, giving them the decision tree, empowering them to have the authority to make good decisions. Listen, if you are not intentionally developing leaders with decision-making authority, you are making a big mistake. You are short-circuiting, you are undermining your future ability to scale. Scalability depends not only on systemic infrastructure, but leadership infrastructure. If you don't have those leaders, you're not going to be able to scale well, and you're going to bottleneck and frustrate your team at the decision-making level. So if you need help scaling your infrastructure, building those future leaders, I'd like you to reach out to me. Let me help you do that. It is a passion of mine. HR Huntsman, Leaders Edge. Have a fantastic day.